Taurus, sex with Taurus. Well, that's another highly sensual sign. It's all about the five senses. Taurus rules the five senses. See, you can stimulate a Taurian woman or a man, especially if their Venus or Mars is in Taurus, particularly with food, for instance. Indulge them to a lovely dinner, first of all. This can really turn them on. Or you can play with food, this kind of games, how it's happening. It can be very sensual for them. Also, smell lovely. Taurus all the senses are more powerful with them, and they would appreciate it. Also, have a distinctive smell that Taurus can remember you by, and you would always, when they feel the same smell, they would almost like Pavlov's dog. They would be triggered to react, turned on immediately, because Taurus is about habits, and if you get them used to the same smell, view, it can always trigger them. They can trigger, alarm bells in them. Also, they love luxury materials. So silk sheets or Egyptian cotton silks. I had a friend of mine who had Venus in Taurus, and she was Sun in Taurus. And even, I'm not talking about making love even when she would come to visit me for a night out, she would bring her own luxury Egyptian cotton sheets. So Taurus need luxury and comfort. So don't try and get to bed with them in some, to possess them in some dark nightclub or somewhere out in the grass, or make sure you give them the necessary comfort. Take them to a luxurious 5-star hotel, beautiful dinner, just stimulate their comfort so they feel relaxed, so they can indulge afterwards in long sessions of love making. Taurus can take its time, and it can be all about foreplay, long and long. And Taurus is not the most romantic sign of all. It's much more sensual and physical. It's not like Aries, come on now. It can take its time, but it's very physical. It's very physically centered. It's not about talking to them sweet things and romanticizing them and daydreaming. No, it's all about touching them here, the right places and everywhere. And they can be sometimes more submissive, not in a sense that they like to be dominated, but in a sense a bit more lazy, like they like to be pleasured. So they can take the the position, usually quite a typical position that they will not be experimenting a lot with. And once you learn the habits of your Taurian partner, what they like, don't try to change them too extremely. If something works with them, it will work till the end of their life. They'll always enjoy it. If they enjoy being pleasured in one way, it will stay with them for, and once you learn their habits, it's easy to satisfy your Taurian partner. And as I said, it's all about luxury. It's all about the five senses. It's all about stimulating those and taking it slowly. And Taurus's erogenous zone is the neck. So, for instance, if you're going on a date with a man with Venus in Taurus or Taurian man, make sure you show your neck. They'll be turned on by a beautiful neck, or somehow enhance the neck. It's not the breast so much as this part here, and also kiss a Taurus on the, here on the neck, around the ears. They'll love it. Taurus rules also the mouth, so long kissing sessions would be very enjoyable to them. And as I said, sex might not be the most adventurous and wild thing with them, but will be extremely ingratiating, sensual, more traditional, and they like to be pleasured. They like if you give them pleasure, and they would like to return it back afterwards. But usually they would, even when they go for a bit more crazy sex, like group sex or something, they would still do a bit more traditional type of poses and things that work for them, things that are tried out and work. For them to be kinky and extreme in some ways, they need to have some other influences, because Taurus on its own is very natural, sensual, down-to-earth sign. And the colors that Taurus would look best in, let's see what we have here. I've always imagined Taurus in white, actually. The color of Taurus is white. Each sign has its own color, and Taurus is ruled by white color. And they would look, even if they're not aware of it, I'm sure that Taurians can be quite attracted by a little bit of a white color on the person. And also, as long as the material is good and expensive, it feels good on the touch. So it's not even so much about being with something overly expensive or overly complex looking or feminine or whatever. It's more about that it's wonderful to the touch and the material is good quality. So as I said, so a bit of food predisposed, a bit of nice luxury places as well. And Taurus is not a complex sign, but it needs a lot of sex. It needs a lot of sex, and uh, and it's more the sensual, take it slow type than anything else.